What's up guys, MegaMikey here, and I'm bringing you guys a tutorial on how to get the pets that I have on my Wizard101 account, and those pets can even be yours at the end of these series that I'll be doing. So just to sum this up, I'll be doing a series. It'll be a few videos long. I'm not sure how long it'll take, but I will basically be making a pet from scratch, and I will be giving it the talents of a specific pet that I choose, and in this case I'll be choosing this pet. So I'll be choosing a pet from any random vendor, and I will make it have these exact same stats, and however long that takes, it will probably take 10 videos or something. I will just show you guys the process of how I make my pets from scratch, and if the pet is successful and it has the exact stats that I want it to have, then I will be hatching it with somebody, and you can have the exact same pet. I will be hatching with one person, and that one person will get as many hatches as it takes until they get the exact same pet. So basically, here's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna show you guys the basics and my information, you know, like what I know about the pets and how I bring them to what they are. Like I'll bring them to what my pets are. So we're gonna start off with Madam Coco. Madam Coco is a Ivanenko's tiger. It's got an insane bolt card, and it's got triple damage, proof, and storm striker. The numbers on it are 250 strength, 250 intellect, 250 agility, 250 will, and 233 power. That is why I chose this pet, because it basically has max stats of everything except for power, but power is not really that essential, and I'll get into that in a minute. And storm striker, it's not storm assailant, but I mean, hey, triple damage, proof, crit, can't go wrong with that, especially as a storm wizard. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to get into what all these numbers mean and why 250 max everything matters and what they improve. So first I'm going to start off with strength. Strength enhances resist. Well, on a pet, a lot of people go for damage, proof, crit, block, a healing talent, or just wards in general. But in this case, strength will improve your resistance, your damage, your armor piercing, stun resist, outgoing healing, and pip chance. But for the sake of this pet, raising up the strength will improve the damage and the resist. For intellect, if this pet had critical block, this would help to raise up a lot, but since I don't, it doesn't really matter. But intellect, however, increases the critical block rating. So if you have defender and your defender starts off at 17, you can raise it up to 30 with if you train intellect, if you give the pet snacks with intellect, or if you do a pet game that boosts intellect. Either way, it will increase your critical block rating and your armor piercing, incoming healing, pip chance, accuracy, and mana. Agility boosts the health, accuracy, resistance, incoming healing, armor piercing, and critical rating of your pet. So if the pet that I'll be hatching with has critical in like somewhere in its talent pool, then raising up the agility will definitely be beneficial. Will boost health, mana, damage, outgoing healing, critical healing, and critical block rating. So this is definitely something we will be boosting. And power is basically strength, intellect, agility, will in a nutshell, but it is not as effective. It's not going to be as important to boost up as strength would for resist. It's not going to be as important to boost up as intellect would for a critical block, if that makes sense. And if I'm not explaining this in a way that you guys understand, please leave any comments or questions you have down below, and I will gladly answer them. And I will also answer them and explain what they mean in the next video if you guys are interested in that. So making the pet from scratch, however, here we go. I chose the baby storm salamander from Celestia. I can show you guys the vendor right now, actually. I'll just head on over to him. But if you guys want to follow along with this tutorial, I highly suggest, especially if you are in need of a pet and you want to make one right here, right now from scratch, it'll be fairly easy. You can follow this tutorial. It'll be a series of 10 videos, and I'll try to get this out as much as possible. If you would like me to do, well, this is fairly going to be similar to the other series that I will possibly make for different schools like Firestorm and Ice, if you guys would like that, and if you would, leave it down below. However, it's going to be the same process, but since I might work with different talents like critical block, then I could definitely do that. But as of right now, we're just going to start off with Storm for triple damage, proof, crit, and if you guys would like me to do another school or another specific type of pet, let me know down in the comment section below, and I will definitely do that. I've been thinking about this series to do for a while, and I guess this would be a great new series, especially since one winner will be able to get this pet at the very end of the series. So anyways, here we go. The vendor is in Celestia Base Camp. His name is Wellington Fanshaw, I believe. Sorry, I can't pronounce his last name. And the pet that I purchased, like I said, was a Storm Salamander. It's only 4,000 gold. And there are also pets in the shopping district. I believe there's a lightning bat or something. So you can literally grab any random pet, and I will help you guys out with it. So when it comes to making a pet from scratch, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really look up, you know, like there's websites where you can see like the talents that this would have, and the specific website I'm thinking of is Wizard101 Central, but I'm not going to be looking at that in particular. All I need to do is just know what this pet had before. Just look at the pool. I can see that it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 uncommons and 2 rares. So I should know that when I hatch with Madam Coco, I should know what transfers over. Because as you can see on Madam Coco, you can see that there is a few epics, a couple of ultra rares, and that is something that this pet does not have. So I should know that if I train, or if I hatch a pet, if I hatch Madam Coco with this pet and I see ultra rares or epics, I would know that some of those ultra rare and epic talents would switch over to the Storm Salamander. And that is what we want. We want other talents. We want talents from the good pet to show up on the pet from scratch, the pet that we're going to make from scratch. And that will show us the best results so that we would know that the talents are getting switched over, and then we will just keep hatching and hatching until all the talents have transferred over, and then we will decide whether we want to bring it to Mega or not. But that will be in separate videos. But as of right now, I'm just going to explain what all the numbers mean and what it means to like transfer these, and show you guys what I do when I train pets. So yeah, we are going to head over to the Wizard City Pet Pavilion. Alright guys, we are at the Pet Pavilion. My favorite game to play is Grumpy Gobblers, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Another thing to let you guys know is that while training this pet, because I have so much Mega Snacks, that is what I plan on using to train this pet. If you do not have Mega Snacks, I suggest pausing the video and training your pet up to adult at this very second, because mine is going to be fairly quickly, especially since I'm just going to be speed training it. Probably going to speed up the video as well. But I will be using Mega Snacks to train this pet, just to speed up the process. You can use Mega Snacks as you want, but since this is a pet that will be making from scratch that has talents that I do not want, I do not recommend you using Mega Snacks at all. I'm only using Mega Snacks to speed up the process, and because I have so many that it really doesn't bother me that I'm using Mega Snacks on this. So like I said, I will probably speed through or just transition into when this pet is teen, and I will let you guys know what happens. Alright guys, I decided to do the dance game instead because Grumpy Gobblers would just take up way too much of my time, which is kind of ironic since I said I wanted to actually speed up the process. So I just filled all the dance games on the dance game pet game and just decided to give it Mega Snacks there. So we were about to hit teen, 120 out of 125, so here we go, going to teen. And the pet got a selfish as expected. So this talent is called Canny. What we call this talent is a selfish talent. Selfish talents are talents that are only beneficial to the pet, which is why it's called a selfish talent. So as this gives 40 max will, so this will increase the will by, what is it, 40? And so it's selfish talent. It only affects, this talent only benefits the pet, which makes it a selfish talent, you know, like it's only in regards to itself. It doesn't really help the pet owner in ways, you know, because Madam Coco helps me in ways as it gives me proof and damage. These aren't selfish talents, while this pet, on the other hand, benefits its own self. So it's not, like, it's selfish. It doesn't help me, so selfish. Alright, I think you guys got it. Now, if you guys recall in the beginning of the video where I said that 250 strength, 250 will, intellect, etc. will help you with your pet stats. Like, it'll help boost it. Now with a pet like this, it gave me 40 extra will, so my will is 230. Now that will not help me. It did boost my will, however, so if I train the pet, it will give me stats that will increase my damage my critical rating, my critical block rating, etc., etc. However, this pet will not get those talents, which is why it is wise to only go to adult. Alright, when you only go to adult, that is when you will start the hatching phase. That is when you will start transferring the talents onto this pet. This pet will be completely forgotten once the hatch occurs. So we're going to go to adult, and I will show you guys what the pet gets at adult. Alright guys, the pet is about to be adult. Let us see what the talent will give us. Let us see what talent we will get, sorry. Alright, we got Steadfast, which once again is a selfish talent. All of these talents that the pet can acquire are all selfishes. Just to point that out, it will not benefit your wizard in any way. They will just only benefit itself, as it will increase these talents. So, we got it to adult, which is exactly what we want, because we cannot hatch a pet until the pet is adult. So now that the pet is adult, we can begin the self-hatching process. And one more thing to note, in case I haven't mentioned this already, it is wise to hatch a pet with... It is wise to hatch a pet from scratch with a pet similar to mine. So if you have a friend or anyone in the hatchery that is willing to help you out with, you know, a pet like this, like a pet from scratch, and have them hatch with a pet like Madam Coco, that will be great. And if they can do it repeatedly until you get the pet, which is what I'm doing right now, that will also be very beneficial to you, as this is the only way this is going to work. And if you have pets that are mega, that is the best way to hatch. But if you have pets that are ancient or epic, not all the talents will be shown, so you won't know which is transferred and which isn't transferred, which is why it's best to hatch with a mega pet and a pet with stats of your choice. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, then please leave comments down below, and I will gladly answer them. Another thing to take note is the cost of the pet hatch. The cost of the pet hatch is 31,000 gold. Now, that is because this is a pet, and it's a well, obviously they're both pets, but the King Dexter is a selfish pet, and Madam Coco is a fairly good pet. So, I'm not sure, like, it's kind of obvious as to why the price is low for a pet with barely any good stats versus a pet with great stats. Because if you show a pet like, for example, Peanut and Madam Coco, the price went up because I guess the pool or the talents that the pet gives along with the stats, to obtain that on another pet, it's very costly, because the results that you will get back will be very worth it. You know, it'll be beneficial to you. While if you use a pet with selfish stats, it won't really benefit you as much, which is why this hatch would be considered a waste or non-beneficial. So I guess that is why the price is lowered. That's just my theory. That's just what I've always thought it would be. But anyways, here we go. We are going to go with the pet hatch. Alright, I kind of flip-flopped them so that Madam Coco was in the front and King Dexter was on the side. So here we go. We are going to hatch 3, 2, 1. Yes. Alright, 5 minutes. We got a mysterious egg named Lady Sydney. We are going to see what Lady Sydney has to offer. Alright, so Lady Sydney is a mysterious egg, and it is not an adult storm salamander. The reason to tell that is because the adult storm salamander that I used to hatch does not have a card, while Madam Coco had a card, which was Insane Bolt, and the pet received an Insane Bolt card, and that can only mean one thing. It means that I got an Ivanenko's Tiger. It doesn't mean that you have a Storm Salamander with an Insane Bolt card. That doesn't work. If you get the card, that was on the pet that you hatch with, then that is the pet you will get automatically all the time, unless you hatch both types of pets. Like if you hatch a tiger with another tiger, then you're obviously going to get the tiger back with an Insane Bolt card. And if you hatch a Storm Salamander with a Storm Salamander, you're only going to get Storm Salamander back. You're not going to get a card or anything. But Lady Sydney, let's check out her numbers and what she has to offer. Oh, would you look at that? Alright, so Lady Sydney had 8 uncommons and 2 rares. This new pet has, what is it? 3 ultra rares and 2 epics and 1 rare. So we got rid of a rare in exchange for 2 epics, 3 ultra rares, and we still have some uncommons in them. So I'm gonna let this hatch, and you guys will see what I will do next with the pet in the next video. If you guys enjoyed the video or you found this tutorial helpful in any way, please leave a like and comment down below, and I will definitely answer any questions, comments, and I will definitely show you guys what I will do in the next video. And if you want this series to continue, leave a like. I'm sorry if I explained this in a horrible way. Any questions or comments, I promise to answer them either in the comment section or in the next video. So, other than that, that's been the video. Thank you guys for watching. This has been MegaMikey. Leave your suggestions, questions, comments, like I said, down below in the description. Tweet them at me, and I will definitely answer them to the best of my ability. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching. This has been MegaMikey, and I will see you guys in the next video.